how's it going?
Hey mate. Going okay. I'm expecting the rest to show up soon. Hello. And I can see Chris also showed up.
Yep, just about. Running munching.
Hi, Max.
Hello.
Now my mic is connected to my headset.
Great success.
Also, I'm here. Hooray! I feel like that's something Willip would say as he enters a room.
Interrupting a perfectly fine conversation about, I don't know, killing people.
And I'm here. Yay!
Hello.
Also,
Hello.
that's why I couldn't feel my hand earlier, because I was eating ice cream.
I want ice cream.
I have really good ice cream.
I don't.
It's the actually only Max is gonna understand this. It's the tree pal ice cream. Konnenkaverin jäätelö.
Yeah. I've actually never tasted any of those.
Seriously?
Yep.
Tomorrow you will go and you will get yourself some, because it's really fucking good.
Well, that's actually possible because I get my money tomorrow.
Getting money is always a good thing.
And I'm here too. Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
But yeah, someone will give a summary of what happened last time.
Things.
Well, Grandma got into town and then stuff happened. There was an imp also. And then a Cripply came and told us terrible things were happening at the fancy hidden Manson manor. And we went there and there were a lot of bad things. And then a light came from the sky or something.
That was an interesting summary.
Very detailed.
If it works, it works.
But yeah, you had seen this light that came from. It actually came from Laria as she died,
Yeah.
and then you went to the crater and you found a shield.
Did we find her body?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I think I remembered.
And somehow you all felt something had changed.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so it's like it dies and then it comes back, and it dies and it comes back.
So it's like zombie internet.
Yeah, kinda. I guess.
Okay, shoot your router with a shotgun.
We stopped the session before, but is there could we go into the house and check if anyone survived in there or if it's empty?
It's completely collapsed.
So we cannot go in.
Yeah, you are basically right now in a ruin.
Well, we could at least do a token search for survivors.
Well, give me a perception.
Starting off well.
I will use my nose.
I think the nose knows.
Well, fact as you quickly determined that everyone is dead, and the nose can smell a lot of dead corpses.
Yummy.
Heron just
No.
sees a Heron just sees a ruin.
I think he's still cursing loudly because there's still some pain from
Oh,
the
yeah.
multiple stab wounds.
But so we're still at the point where we have just been infused with the mythicality.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. This is gonna be interesting because the moment I take my first step, I'm gonna run into a wall. Because I don't know my land speed is now 30 feet higher.
Of course you picked that one. Of course.
I was originally gonna go for a spell thief, but then I realized, hey, dual path. Thank you.
I thought I was the only one who was crazy enough to go dual path.
Yeah, because well, actually I'm even more crazier because I actually have like a lot of the fun stuff from the champion in Trickster, like normally.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I need more fun stuff.
That's why you have the first
Yeah, but
path,
it's
first
not
level
enough.
path ability, path dabbling.
I know, but it's not enough. Because there was two fun things that I couldn't get, which I want, and the path dabbling can be only taken once.
Anyway, since we're still at that point and downtime hasn't happened yet, I don't think I have anything I can do.
Yeah, you should probably go home and rest and recuperate.
Yeah.
Did everyone die in the fight, or did it look like wherever we got hit with killed everything?
Well, most seems to have died during the fight, murdered by devils. But there also seems to be a few who died when this collapsed.
Oh, do we find a monarch?
After you search around a bit, you do find him beneath some of the rubble. He seems to have died from the roof that caved in on him.
How dead is he? Is he like mostly dead or completely dead?
He is completely dead. That apparently he was beneath a bed that was beneath a roof.
He was hiding
The
under a
void.
bed.
Maybe.
Holy shit!
Yeah. It's not the worst place to hide.
Unless there's a roof on top of you. Clearly.
Um, does he have like any like symbols of his station on him or anything like that? Just something you can identify him by?
Well, he does have a bit finer clothing, and you can see his face. It's mostly just that his center of the body has been penetrated by some of the debris and wood.
Yeah, I was more talking about like if he has like an amulet, signet ring, something like that.
Well, there is a signet ring, and it has the symbol of the Azkaban.
Right. Well, I'll take that because I'm reasoning that if anyone asks us if we knew what happened, then this is a bit of proof.
You can hear the others are apparently talking about taking his face or cutting off his head, taking his skull.
I ignore this discussion, pretending it doesn't exist.
Blessed ignorance.
Yes.
So, what are the rest doing? Or are you going back and just resting?
I'm probably trying to get used to things, and then I'm probably gonna look around the house.
I'll tend to any bodies that are lying around, try and put them a bit more. Bit more
Well,
efficient.
that will take several hours, but you can do it.
I do what we can till we need to move off.
I think we can spend some time here just being civil, good Samaritans. Because if there's anything else that's coming to come and kill us, we will probably be able to see it from some distance away.
Yeah, well, you clean up a bit and bury the dead and do some ceremonies over the corpses and put them to rest.
I kind of feel that it might be a little distasteful, but we should probably check for valuables.
Yeah, what do you think I'm doing? I'm just looking around the house for corpses. I already know there's corpses.
Yeah, even though I'm putting them down nicely, I'm still like seeing what's useful on them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there's in there is literally a pile of gold at this point.
Well, we know he wasn't poor.
Exactly. Steal the silvers if need be.
We use a Gripply work crew to clear the debris.
Clean up crew.
Little tiny tractors.
Then I guess we're then looting the place.
Yeah. I will make sure to like move heavy beams and the pieces of large rubble, stuff like that, so we can get to more collapsed areas.
I will fit into really, really small spaces.
And I will start organizing anything of value that's found, like knolling, categorizing.
We're not gonna build with Legos.
Hey, this was a pretty good mansion. I need every candlestick.
I actually just realized that because the belt that I have is actually really useful. I'm just imagining Heron just like heavy steel beams and like so flump disappear in there.
Well, you search around a bit, and after a while, you do find what seems to once have been the treasure chamber. And you start pulling out various coins and gems.
Just a sec. Okay.
Well, in total, you find 2,133 platinum pieces.
Jeez.
Yes, indeed.
4,780 gold pieces. 412 silver pieces. And 222 copper pieces.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell all of the various gems that you find, but in total you find around 5,000 gold pieces worth.
Let me do math.
There also seems to be a lot of art objects that were once valuable, but now have been crushed and destroyed.
Oh, we can take those too.
However, much of it seems to be made of gold or platinum. And if you sell it, you can probably get around 2,000 for it. You also find what looks to once have been a royal scepter, but it's now in 2 pieces.
Not a problem. I mean, I am Heron after all.
You just put that in your business card, Heron. Nothing else.
Well, that scepter actually sounds interesting, so I am going to try and use.
Well, it's now whole. It's worth 3,500.
I see him do that, I'm like, ooh, you should do it to the guy.
Sorry, can't really repair people.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's Farkas' job.
I mean, you could probably repair bones, but that wouldn't, you know, revive him.
You do find a lot of crushed vials, burnt scrolls. You find a cauldron that seems to be quite in one piece when it probably shouldn't have been.
I hug it.
Interesting.
I'm still hugging it.
I'm still doing math.
Well, we can still take the other miscellaneous art objects, and I will be able to repair them at a later time. Unless they're completely destroyed, I can just use mending over and over.
Yeah, well, you can probably get maybe 5,000 for it when it's all fixed up.
Hey!
Which one?
Miscellaneous art objects, the ones worth,
Oh, yeah.
was it 2,000 originally?
Okay.
Yeah, I assume you won't really be like you also find bags of wheats and uh, other such stuff that's not really valuable.
I
I expect that you just leave that behind.
I will try to find the kitchen. Is is there any food remainings in the kitchen?
Well, it's all been smashed.
I mean, smashed meat is still meat.
Well, you could probably grab a bit.
I come with like a very flat steak.
Hey, you usually have to pay a lot of money for a steak that tender.
Or collapse a house.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very expensive steak. Cost a house.
Indeed. Okay. So everyone, open up your sheets because I have performed math. Everyone gets 372 platinum pieces, 796 gold pieces, 68 silver pieces, and 36 copper pieces. And in party funds,
Just write that out, because
fine.
you're forgetting we have to do math with what we already have.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's at this point that you notice that there seems to be groups of people approaching.
Have we managed to get everything, all of the loot, like, into the bag of holding, just so that we are not seen looting?
Yeah, there's probably more spread out around. You haven't really found the guard chambers and gone into that chest that will be broken and stuff, but yeah.
There's not like a ton of worth in there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to, if you stayed, get a few thousand more, but the question is if it's worth it.
I don't think it is.
So I assume that you will be disappearing.
Who seems to be coming?
A group of people. Well, several groups of people.
Do they look to be like of peasantry, nobles, or mixed groups?
Mostly they seem to be peasants or other who are not really worth that much.
We weren't planning to kidnap them and sell them.
I was mostly just thinking like how sneaky we need to be.
I'm already on my gecko.
I'm already in Altia's backpack. With this time, it's on the cabbage steak.
Well, as they arrive, they seem to actually ignore you, and they start going through and picking up whatever random stuff they find that might be valuable.
Let
Right. Well, I think we're gonna like exfiltrate as best we can.
Yeah, well, you disappear. And go back home and find all of your loot, and it's awesome.
Yeah, so that was only the coins, and then the actual selling other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just imagine that during like it wouldn't take me more than maybe an hour or so to fix the broken items. And since it isn't trade goods, there isn't any point to really do any diplomacy.
I would like to start processing heroin.
Oh, actually, I give the scepter to Tadao because this is something you can't sell for normal means.
Yeah, very good.
No, laudanum. That's what I'm gonna make.
we're just like
Crystal meth.
Pink mess.
Methamphetamines.
so what? So Willop needs an empty stable and a horse wash.
I was hoping maybe something underground. But
I
I'm
know you
definitely...
can borrow my bunker.
I'm gonna spend all of my money on lab equipment. And then I'm gonna hire all the excess Cripply to work in the lab.
I think you can't spend that much money in lab equipment unless you're like, I know, building a lab the size of half of LAX.
No, I'm just building a very nice lab.
Just because with his current money he could like almost buy a palace.
Yeah.
Or get a minor magic item.
Or
Yeah.
get a crucible built with under the correct specifications to which I can heat it to absurd temperatures for chemical experiments.
Oh, by the way, Bia,
Yes.
the thing you told me in private, that happens after that month of downtime we were talking about last session, right?
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
So everyone also gets 1,666 gold pieces from the gems and the materials. And we add 4 more gold pieces into the party funds.
Oh, wasn't there someone in the group that could actually see magic?
After the downtime.
Oh,
Yes, I'm not counting the things I've already changed.
well,
because
what?
I technically haven't yet.
It's your mythic ability, right?
No, it's actually my Arcanist ability. I do
okay.
however, have detect magic and would have used it if that does anything.
Well, the cauldron and the signet ring are both magical.
I place Will up into the cauldron.
Okay, I will identify what they are.
I sit in it like a really comfy chair, so my butt's the only thing in the cauldron.
And to just expedite the process, I will actually use identify. because I have that prepared.
Well, the cauldron is a cauldron of brewing.
Hey, goes directly to Willip.
Cauldron of Brewing is probably one of the most generic like magic item names you can
Yep.
like have. No
It's
shit.
it's also one of the better ones.
Yeah, it provides a +5 competence bonus on craft alchemy.
And you can just like say, okay, so I want this liquid to like 36.53 Celsius, and it goes there.
Well, you'd have to do the
Um,
base kind of physics for that. But you could easily derive a scaled measurement.
And what about the signet ring?
That one is a ring of protection +3.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. That wow. Yeah, that thing is worth like as much as everything else we found.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually not quite. If you don't, it's worth as much as everything we found minus the scepter.
Well,
Well,
It-
it is a royal ring.
Yeah. I think it goes into the same basket with the scepter, which I just because I can't spell scepter, I just marked down royal thingy.
I was actually thinking about using it because it's a +3. And
Yeah,
my
it's
AC
true.
is shit. Well, it's
I mean,
not
yeah.
shit. It's low for a fighter.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
yeah,
it's
true.
And that would
pretty
mean,
recognizable.
yeah, but
Yeah.
there is a thing you can do with Signet Ring. It's basically you turn them upside down so you have the signet in the palm of your hand.
Can you modify it so it doesn't look like a signature? Just not bother.
Glue a thing on it.
It's just like just piece of parchment, just has like a smiley face on it.
Blast
Oh.
it.
You could add like I don't know. You could probably actually motherfucker. I'm a mage. I can I can magically cut a gem that fits perfectly over it.
Problem solved.
Wah, 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 wah.
But that also brings up the thing that I already have a ring of protection +1 that if I use this is now available for someone else.
Okay, so not metagaming here. Which one of you is the easiest to hit?
Me.
I think it's either Faircath or it's you.
Sarka, what should I say?
18.
Yeah, you get it. You need it.
Yeah, when I said me, I meant me, not my idol.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you have your idol on.
Yeah, I just forgot what we were talking about. And I'm here, yay!
Yay. Actually, can Shadow use it?
Yes.
Just wedge it onto one of those paws.
Because it might actually be useful. Because what Shadow says he?
Shadow's dexterous as fuck.
Or like a dope earring.
I think he's actually more AC than Faircath.
Yeah, because
Yeah, Shadow has 23 AC, Faircath has 18.
okay, well then in that case,
I stay in the back of the way.
Quick kitty.
I will I think after this all has been done, there will be a random dude in a black and red clothing comes with a list that has magic items. It's like, thank you for this, Tadao. And then just a pile of gold. Yeah. Who kept account of the party fund?
I have it.
Okay, so did you add the 4 gold that came from the selling the materials and the gems?
Yes.
Yeah. Do I have any way of selling the scepter?
Well, you could go to the Dusk Market and try and get rid of it.
Yeah, that's probably a very bad idea considering it's unofficially, official. It's like it's technically not a legal thing, but like let's face it, it's a legal thing. I don't think that's a smart idea, to be entirely honest.
Probably not.
Yeah. Would actually more know anyone?
What?
Would more the cleric know anyone who could like fence it?
No.
You never know. She's Taras Red Mantis.
Well, she's also new to the city. She could probably send it back to Medio Galgo.
The Galden, yeah, but I don't think that really. I don't think the rest of the party will appreciate it, and I don't think that there will be. I don't know if there's going to be financial compensation for that.
Do you want me to use my contacts? See if I can find someone who's
Yeah,
on Dondo.
Should probably actually be a good idea. Just because.
All right.
Yeah.
I will use. I think the best thing I can do is do a little specialized version of gather information, basically.
I mean, I can sell it in a like I can get it sold in a way that it will not be traced back to us, which basically means it will be just medical. The island is a pirate haven, so it will be sold,
Mhm.
will be sold there, but it will take like a month.
Yeah. But I don't mind spending 1 point of influence to see if I can just find someone who can do it. Like someone who's trustworthy.
You look trustworthy. Hey, let me sell you a royal scepter that I definitely did not steal from a fallen monarch.
You're gonna have to melt it.
No, it's worth like maybe 500.
Yeah, but it's like a super dirty item. It's only worth what it can be melted down into.
So that's a 20, a 38, and a 20.
I mean, unless you want to get caught.
What was that for?
That was finding someone trustworthy to sell the scepter to.
Well, the 38, you do hear about a collector in West Crown who is discreet and collects various valuable items for his private collection.
All right, I write down his address and send it to Tadao.
Yeah, I take it. And I realize that didn't the standing monarch want the old monarch dead?
Yes.
We could just like Hi, you're welcome.
That's what
Do you
I was saying.
remember- Do you remember that other rumor we heard?
Yeah, I know, but you know.
Yeah, I don't want them to have any kind of dirt on me.
Yeah, so I'll take the address. Go see it out personally.
Well, you'll do that the next day. I mean, you already spend a lot of time this day.
Yeah, I meant like at some point.
And that means that it becomes evening and you go to sleep. Um, you all wake up in what seems to be a square, um, which is kind of strange. You can see around you, there seems to be armed guards that just uh, look at you.
Wait, what?
And then you see a giant castle, uh, one white castle, and you can see there's this holy symbol located various places that belongs to the same symbol that you just saw earlier this day.
Humiday.
Okay, this is bullshit.
I have my bow drawn.
Welcome, adventurers, you hear? Behind you.
Are we here like in our skivvies since we went to bed?
Oh, I'm definitely here in my bathrobe, and I'm not happy about it.
Actually, you'll probably be in your armor. Well, Will wouldn't be surprising if he was in his bathrobe. And you notice that Tadao is in a red outfit with a mask.
I am equally confused.
So we actually don't realize that
Yeah.
it's Tadao. Probably. At least not immediately.
I mean, I go around in my humanoid fox form rather
Oh,
freely, so you might.
Yeah, right now you're actually Kitsune.
Yeah, there's a tail.
Ooh.
Right. So, since we know that he is a kitsune, we can basically just. Oh yeah, that's probably set up.
Yeah, he's been using it before when he had to do crime.
It's a very good cover.
Anyway, someone said, "Welcome, adventurers." I look around.
Well, behind you is a spectral figure carrying a longsword with long hair and shield armor. And you're all like struck by the sheer magnificence of this figure.
I try to crawl up his leg.
I put a hand on Willup's head and pull Willup back.
I bite.
I opened the image into a different window to make it look bigger.
Yeah. I do a courteous bow since I have probably seen this woman depicted in religious texts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why can't you just let me crawl up and sit on God's shoulder?
Well, as you try to grab onto her, you realize that she is, yeah, your hand goes through her. She's like transparent, a ghost.
I tighten my rope.
I am so glad that you are here. It seems that being near what I wanted to have as my avatar, Laria, who sadly died, it seems you have been imbued with a bit of my power. There will probably be some effects in the coming days.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's pretty much what that I was thinking as well.
slapped your face.
I like lift my neck and point to the metallic infection. I'm like, is that what this is?
Oh no, that is definitely not something to do with me. That has to do with something completely different and otherworldly, beyond my knowledge.
That is not comforting.
I guess I should give you a bit more background of why I had Laria as my avatar. In truth, I had expected your company to form in maybe a decade, at which point I would, of course, have joined you and helped you out. But Laria had to grow up first.
Hmm. And I presume this is in relevance to the prophecy that seems to have been spread throughout this land.
That is true. Uh, Around 20 years ago, Pharasma made a prediction about Chiliax and the end of House Thrune.
I have some
and
ability.
and since then, it seems that multiple gods have been interested in getting involved, and recently, House Thrune learned about this prophecy, and apparently they saw you as the enemy.
Hmm. I imagine that Asmodeus is quite perplexed about this entire ordeal.
From what I know, he doesn't really care.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, he is a great schemer. It might just be a minor bump in his plans.
Yes, I never know about him. I mean, maybe he does have his own plans, but then he's keeping them secret.
Oh, I think you might ask a few of your peers, and they will probably have an inkling, but that is just my own speculation.
Oh, we do speak to each other, but none of the rest will know. Mostly because he is the god of scheming. Hence, all of his scheming is secret to the rest of us. Because only the gods that actually have knowledge have an inkling about what happens with all. We each have our powers limited by our domain.
Well, it is not my place to suggest a course of action for one such as yourself, but maybe you should ask Nephis next time you see him.
Well, when I spoke to him, he didn't want to get involved. He said it wasn't his place to get involved in the affairs of the mortals.
Have you seen a rainbow frog around here?
I am familiar with the rainbow frog that you speak of. It is actually a herald of Desna.
Your god has a god.
Yeah, my mind's just being blown right now.
I'm gonna open up my mouth. See. You can see from the mask who I serve.
Oh
I am-
yes, I am familiar with your god.
I'm I am not having. I do not have high hopes for him to accept this. Can you explain for him, not me?
Why should I explain anything to him? He is fine as long as he's allowed to murder and kill.
Well, he does it only in contract.
And, well, the upcoming conflict will have plenty of opportunities for him.
I guess so.
I look at Tedao with a raised eyebrow.
I like take my Pilsatu saber and take like wrong way. Just can't like a mantis blade with it.
She walks over to Althea and, like her transparent hand caresses Althea's cheek. I can sense that you are not comfortable with this.
Oh, really? I'm not exactly trying to hide it. You're very perceptive. And also, stop touching my face.
She stops.
Thanks. Althea shudders.
I am not the one who decided your fate. Your fate is in the hands of Pharasma, and if you want to change it, it is Pharasma that you should should speak to. Maybe if you did Pharasma a great service, she would be interested in rewriting fate. She has done so before.
Oh, this is bullshit. I'd like to go home now.
Oh, don't worry, you are home.
Yeah, I thought I might be like asleep or something, but I'd like to wake up, please.
You will soon wake up. And when you do, maybe you will continue on your journey with your brother. Maybe you will seek out Pharasma and change your fate. That is up to you.
Maybe I'll just sit on my ass and do nothing.
But just checking here. We're currently in another realm, right?
Actually, you're within your dreams.
Yes, I imagine so. But you're speaking to us directly, which in turn would mean that this is not the physical plane.
Oh no, this is not the physical plane, it's the dreamscape.
Right.
I'm only able to contact you because I have Desna's approval.
Hmm. I think I'm going to, out of character here, I think I'm going to do something very strange, but I'm going to try it nonetheless. Because I know my sister. Um, Tell me if this is completely bonkers or not. But can I utilize the fact that I know that this is the dreamscape, and I know that there are strands of fate here, just reach out and pull the fate strand that is connected to Althea?
Well, Althea, suddenly you feel yourself getting pulled, and you are pulled towards your brother, who somehow has reached out and is somehow pulling you.
Okay, what the fuck?
And Heron smiles and says, "Ah, there it is. Now I want to focus as much as I can, and every bit of that I can, to sever it."
Nothing happens.
Fool's hope, he says out loud.
Yamada smiles at you. You might be able to pull it here, but severing it is still Pharasma's domain.
Yes, but I imagined that. Well, I was hoping that I could, but alas.
I scratch my head a little bit and I say, like, I still don't understand why I'm here. I just tag along with these fools.
Well, you saw the event. You were imbued with some of my power, and you travel with, as you call it, these fools. So I can only assume that you two have a position in the prophecy. I mean, it really only speaks about Blood of the Raven. It doesn't tell anything about any companions. It doesn't even have to be any of these two. It could be in next generation, or it could be like the older generation. It could be their sister, or it could be someone from another country. Or maybe it's not even that family. Maybe it's someone else that somehow have ties to ravens, like a tengu, for instance.
Or maybe it's an actual bird.
Or maybe it is.
One hell of a bird.
Yeah. I mean, ravens are badass.
Well, yeah, but that badass.
Well, suddenly Willop disappears and he seems to be floating over Yomadaw's shoulder. She moves a
Ah,
bit to the side and he just keeps floating in there.
Yeah. Um, I I have no questions. Does anyone else have any questions? Or can we go?
Althea, if you truly want to be free, maybe go on a pilgrimage and seek out the Pharasma's worshippers. They seem to be in the north mostly.
This is terrible in every way possible.
I agree with Althea though. I don't really have any questions.
Yomadaw closes her eyes and you see a figure appear who seems to be just as confused. Describe Katla.
Oh, well. Um, she's a tiefling who has red skin and purple hair and purple eyes. She's pretty short. And she has a fluffy tail. And she's probably wearing something.
I mean,
Katla
she might not
Sunska.
be.
Katla Sunska.
Yeah.
I have a mission for you. You must seek out these adventurers and join them in their quest.
Okay.
Who are you?
Who are you?
She is one of my servants.
You're giving us a babysitter. Seriously,
A helper.
it's a
And
babysitter.
when Katla actually realizes who's talking to her, she's going to bow like a normal person.
I scratch my head.
Well, Katla suddenly finds herself having some strange frog on her shoulder.
I stare her down.
Don't worry about him. He's harmless, usually. Just don't. If he gives you anything, don't eat it.
Well, I like straighten up a bit after having been deep in thought. Well, this is interesting. I can't speak much for your lady, but my name is Heron Bloodraven. This is my sister, Fia. And I motion to the others as to allow them to introduce themselves.
I nod. Take that out.
Well,
I
What?
just look.
Did the frog just speak?
Yes, it's a speaking frog who walks on two legs and has varying opinions about food.
Well, like my lady said, my name is Katla, and I suppose have some things to do.
Yes, well, you can find us at West Crown. We are currently located in the hunting lodge to the east, should you find yourself there. And I don't know what else I can tell you really to help you. But
Well,
if you are to join us, that at least you need to know that much.
yeah. If you get lost, just find the bottle and the blade. Say your name. Somebody will guide you to the hunting lodge.
Thank you for the um directions.
Well, Katla, when your life ends, you shall be greatly rewarded for your services. And then you will all wake up.
Just before we disappear, I think that was a dour sentence.
And when Althea wakes up, she's going to trash her room. And when Katla wakes up, she's going to run to her father in her pajamas, very excited.
But Tadao wakes up. He's gonna find the innkeeper, provided that the innkeeper is not asleep and woke up like when normal people woke up.
Kick him awake.
Yeah,
You're
and
her
I'd-
Balls.
yeah.
Well, it is pretty early that you wake, but
Yeah, but it will take a while to move from the hunting lodge to the city, so you know.
yeah, he's up when you arrive.
Yeah, and I will inform that if there's a tiefling named Katla who says anything about hunting lodge or you know Tadao or anything about holy quest or whatever related to gods, just you know send her to the lodge.
Okay, boss. Whatever you say, boss.
Thanks.
You're the
Perfect.
boss.
Call me boss one more time and you're fired.
when I wake up, I'm gonna heat up some mud water and then start planning on that. And maybe
Um,
trying to invent ice cream.
Actually, you already started cleaning out the kennel and was almost done building a lab there.
Yeah. I will begin my day by going to Fia and just. I'm not gonna stop her from trashing her room because I know that I'm just gonna be punched in the face if I do. So I'm just going to write up a chair, sit down, and try to talk to her about what we can do. And yeah.
This is gods.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I'm not terribly surprised that you're like destined for greatness or whatever. But I don't want anything to do with this. Gods are idiots.
It's not always the gods that pick everything, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens. At least in legends, that's what I can tell.
Well, I want nothing to do with this, with gods and politics and kings and fucking power and glory and freaking responsibility that comes with those idiotic things.
Well, I can. I imagined I can. If we can speak to Iomade like just like that, then I'm imagine we can get to, or at least I can go to to Phrasma's followers and just speak to her if you do not wish to.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to. I'm not going to make a deal with God to get out of some destiny bullshit. I just. I think I'm literally just going to sit on my ass. Do nothing. You
How
know,
about you tend to our family?
I could go see Mom.
Oh,
I mean, you don't exactly need protecting.
not that you haven't tried.
Yeah, well, you're very bad at being protected. I think Mom
Well,
would be better at that.
well, shall we ask Granny when she is slated to return?
Or where Mom and Sis actually even are. I can't remember.
I imagine they're still in the capital.
Did they go there?
No, wait. Uh, Mom and Sis went back to our homeland.
Which is coincidentally in the north.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I guess I'm going to north.
Well, you should probably take Gran with you. I I know she's a strong woman, but if things go
South?
well, yes, if things go to complete pot, I wouldn't want her to be down here.
I think you will have to talk to her about that.
But she always liked you better.
This is true. But you know, if she has ideas, she's probably going to be even harder to convince to do the opposite than I am.
Fine. I'll see if I can convince her.
I'm gonna pack my things. I mean, the things that I didn't throw at the walls just now.
Yeah, I leave Via to go look for Gran.
Well, you find her. She's currently sitting in the parlor.
I sit down next to her.
Oh, Aaron. I hear that you had quite an adventure yesterday.
Yes. Almost got killed. Twice.
You almost sound like your grandfather. He also put himself into a lot of danger,
Well,
but he
Yes,
always came out on top.
I guess that's just our blood and our ways.
You are a true blood raven.
Yes. But speaking of that, Gran,
Yes.
I want you to go north with Fia.
North. How come?
You see, it's a bit hard to explain, but something happened the other day when we rushed off to help one of our allies.
Oh yeah, the frog.
Yes. And it has sort of bound me and Thea and our friends into something much greater. But, Thea, she doesn't like having anyone tell her what to do.
Oh yes, I do remember all of the trouble your mom had when she tried to get Althea to go to bed, or when she wanted Althea to have a bath.
Not to mention her studies. He says in a bit of a bit of a PTSD moment.
That too. She's always been a hard-headed young girl,
Yes.
a young woman.
But there is quite possibly a way for her to get her hands back on her own fate again, but for that, she needs to travel north. And it's quite possible that, well, it might be good for you two to reunite with mother and sister, because I don't want anything to become of you, as I'm worried that what might unfold in this country.
Very well, if that's what you want, I will go north with Althea and uh, visit your mother and your sister.
Good.
Then I can also oversee the business up there. If your mother hasn't run it down already.
She she's not that bullheaded. In any case, I I think it's for the best.
Very well. I will go to Althea and then we will arrange when to leave.
Good.
It's a good thing I haven't unpacked then.
Well, you don't have to leave immediately, but you stay however long you wish. Just, but I'll be here. Yeah. Now we should probably switch over to the other people because I imagine people are gonna get bored.
What are the rest doing? Are they running from Destiny 2?
I am currently bombarding any. I'm probably currently bombarding Cornelius or Heron, but what it takes and how much it will cost to make a good enchant my current breastplate. This
Uh,
out of character means that I'm scrolling through ultimate equipment.
Ah, Well, Heron can give you an answer to that, considering he woke up and somehow realized that he knew all about making magic items.
So, how much would it cost to dig out and build an explosion-proof room?
I think that would be a vault with like extra a extra thingy.
Well, I mean, it would have 4 pressure vents on each wall, so that if something did explode in there, it wouldn't, like, damage the structure. I mean, the people would still be dead, but the house wouldn't collapse.
Priorities.
Let me just find it.
Let's say, like, a platinum level vault.
Now, Walden itself is 300
Platinum?
No gold.
gold.
Gold? Oh, nice.
Yeah, as I said, you can build a palace for the cost that it costs to get a minor magic item. It's pretty crazy.
Well, what if I wanted a vault, but I wanted this vault kitted out with lab equipment and alchemical supplies?
There is like you can build a vault and then you can just like combine it with a lab, like alchemist lab, and you can have like I think it's like reinforcement on the room, which it costs like 100 gold pieces extra.
And I shall name it the Wolf's Den.
Yeah, and you already built the alchemical lab, so it's not really a problem.
How much does a magic elevator cost? That I'm joking about. Although I don't doubt it exists.
Yeah, but since magic is involved, that probably costs like 10 times as much as a palace. Because magic is expensive.
Oh yeah.
Basically, I want a place where I can brew at least 2 potions in very large quantities at a single time.
Enomic.
Welcome back.
And like a small lab for doing small experiments.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. How many did you say that you wanted to work in the alchemy lab?
I want an apparatus for 12 people.
Okay, each alchemy lab is 3, so you need 4 of those. They cost around 400 gold pieces each.
So that would be like 1200.
Yeah, because you already constructed one.
Done.
And it'll take 16 days. But yeah, you have a month of downtime anyway.
Yeah. I'm assuming we're basically just jumping into the downtime,
Yeah.
right? Because the new money that we managed to get actually allows me to start up what I need. Because, as you know, I have a lot of people in my employ, but they have no place to work. Uh,
Oh, and I'm paying all the Gripply salaries up front, which neatly comes out to 372 platinum.
That's a lot of salary.
I take care of my people.
I thought you guys didn't understand the concept of money.
I learned very fast and became a socialist.
Yeah, it's it's not they now. It's just them.
There are now Gripply millionaires.
Yeah, basically, because like you just probably paid them more than like any like any normal person will ever see money in their lifetime.
Yeah, and that's just for the first year.
For fuck's sake.
I am making a competitive job market.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna find the 6 best of those 12 Gripply and recruit them for the secret project,
Mm.
which is where you can take them.
Yeah, which is where you like they are sent to the Bottle and the Blades seller for like 6 months for intense combat training, and then the Frog Team 6 has born.
One of my big projects is I want to find a way to make the Gripply poison stay longer so that we can just harvest it and bottle it and then dose it out as needed.
Nice.
And slightly terrifying. But most
That sounds creepy.
It's right now it's an ability I use, but I can only do it once every 8 hours, and every 8 hours isn't always the most convenient time to use poison.
It's just creepy when you say harvest and you're talking about living creatures.
Towels, guys. We get towels and then we wring the towels out.
Fun.
It's not like I'm talking about milk or other things.
You're milking the cripply for poison.
Yes. Little do people know, but Gripply have fangs, and it's a very complicated process. I'm totally lying right now as I sip my mud water.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was just building up in Hero Lab what you're setting up. Well, if you want to create potions there, then each of those will cost 500 gold.
Done. And I am out of money.
Well, you understood the concept of money.
Yes.
In its entirety. And now you can understand the lack of it.
Yeah, I gotta make this back. We need to open up shop immediately. I'm gonna start giving you shipments of drugs to, like, use at the club, you know, for your higher end clientele when they want something more. Make it fashionable.
Magic mushrooms that are not actually magic.
I could grow them in one of the tanks. It's not that hard. I just need to go to a cow field after it rains. Don't ask why.
What are the rest doing? What about Faircut?
Um, probably a little freaked out by the dream thingy.
Oh yeah, we should probably have a family meeting.
I probably would have took Shadow out hunting, because that usually clears his mind a little bit.
When I'm done itemizing my list, I'm gonna go and ask everybody if they had a weird dream last night.
Yes.
Althea's answer will be weirdly hostile. But if you read between the lines, it's yes.
I will go downstairs and put tea on. And if there's anybody in the kitchen, I will ask them.
I am probably there eating against something.
The servants did not have weird dreams.
I
Except
probably
maybe
brought
they
it.
did.
I probably brought back some food when I was in the kitchen, like chopping it up.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Well, sorry to say I can't really explain it to you.
Who was that lady?
That was Iomade, the goddess of paladins, I guess you could say.
She's a friend of the god, which is the god for your god.
Hmm?
She's she's a friend of the god who's a god to your god.
Yes. Well, the gods have loose relationships to pretty much every other god. At least that's how I imagine it works. I'm not entirely sure, not being a religious man myself.
Varies. Of course, there are the people who completely,
I was
Just
just told
despise
that
each
my
other.
god has a god. Think about that for a second.
Yep.
I do the mind blown thing. Because, arrows do that.
Yeah. Strangely enough, for once in your life, you realize you're not really hungry or thirsty or anything, even though they are both eating and drinking.
So I'm gonna put on some chamomile. Put out a tray with a necessary amount of cups. With honey.
Honey is evil.
Like I said, I'm Breaking Bad.
Oh no.
Next, I'll have like a wire mustache and a hat and glasses.
Oh no, and he will be creating lots of crystal meth.
I don't know, it's not really the best thing to get a large population hooked on.
Oh, by the way, we never did get to the objects of art and the scepter, right?
Yeah, but
We sold the, I think, the artwork counter, but the scepter wasn't.
there was a collector.
Yeah.
Who certainly has a Russian dog
Yes.
and a weird talking duck.
Mm-hmm. Who thinks it's like? Who thinks it's gross that the dog gets lick the collector's face?
Why is
Well,
this the
the-
first time I'm hearing about a talking duck?
Well, the scepter is easy to split up. That's just 1,000 each, right?
No, it's 3,000, so it's 500 each. You know?
I'm rich again.
Isn't it? The repaired one was 5.
Oh yeah, that might, yeah, 5. So it's not easy because I presume Cornelius is still here.
Yeah. Actually, well, Tia probably should get some of that money, right? Even though she technically doesn't need it anymore, it feels kind of weird not to include her.
She's probably going to exclude herself. And she's
Okay.
definitely not saying anything to anyone else about, going to North.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
She's just very grumpy. Oh, by the way, when Althea leaves, she's
Mhm.
going to well, she's probably leaving very early one morning with the grandma. And she's obviously taking her horse. And she's going to give Heron a letter to give to Tadao.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just gonna be really awkward and punch Heron in the shoulder, and mumble stuff about,
I will still give her a massive hug.
She will mumble some more. And then she will ride into the sunrise. Well, actually, no. Because that's not in the north. And later that same morning, a tiefling arrives at the tavern.
And I was probably there. Oh, hi. I quickly turn into fox so you recognize me.
I jump down from a tree and draw my bow. I'm still freaked out by the dream and there being a stranger in it.
Well, it's been a few days, but yeah, you're still freaked.
That's fair, Kath. Fair, Kath. Please don't kill her.
Yeah. Please don't kill me.
I lower it slightly.
Yeah, you'll recognize all of these from your dream, Katla.
Hi.
Hi.
So, as you know, I was sent here by my god. she didn't exactly explain things very detailed. So I have no idea why I'm here.
Well, hopefully that will become apparent by itself.
I'm sorry, were you this tall in the dreamscape?
I laughed a little bit. Yes. Actually, I think I was about 2 inches taller, but that's just how it works.
Huh. Okay.
Uh, just for reference, she is 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's without the horns. So
So she's like almost staring to his chest. If you look straight forward.
yep.
Oh, it's kind of funny.
She's roughly the same size as I am, actually. Not that I mean, I'm not actually sure how tall I am in real life when it comes to feet.
How tall are you in meters?
I'm Googling. Oh, okay. I'm 170, so I'm 5.5.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, should we? Who wants to do the tour?
I have a few things to do.
I shrug and I need, I can do the tour around the lodge and then, you know, the basic like there, the city is there. There is the area where you should not go. There is the bar that if you went to the area where you shouldn't go and you get into trouble, go there. Stuff like that. Basic how to not get killed in there. Or kidnapped
Pretty
or
much.
anything else.
Well, I think Cadla has a decent idea of how to avoid getting killed.
Possible.
I'm sure, but her so far she doesn't seem like it.
Also, Cadla somehow finds herself strengthened by having witnessed Yomidar.
Yep.
Okay, I think I finished my math. Um. Oh, hold on. No, it's fine. So that disappears. That disappears. Okay. I have done my math. I have subtracted my cash, and now I need to send this little file to Bia.
That sounds terrible. Sounds very mathy.
Well, you have Hero Lab, so you'll be fine. And I've already done the calculations for the cost, and already subtracted it.
Well, if anyone need anything made or built anything, then you have about a month.
Yeah. I am actually. Um, now I'm gonna get I'm gonna ask Karen to make the mask of the mantis.
I have 5 days where I can do something that is not anything else. because I am using 25 days to retrain.
There is linked to it.
Just a
Also,
second.
remember to give the letter to Tadao. It's super important.
Why won't it save? God damn it. Okay, yeah, I'm just sending in raw text.
Okay.
And I'll send it to you in personal, so I won't fill up chat. Ah, right. 2,000 characters max.
Mhm.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I have written like bios that I have like that are over 2,000.
Yeah, it's actually not that hard to fill.
Yeah. Hell, I have copy pasted things that seemed like fucking tiny on my screen and were like, oh, these are apparently over 2,000 characters.
Oh, by the way, I have made a Katla so everyone can see her picture.
Yay!
Well, maybe you take 31 days because it looks like that magic item costs 6,000, so it takes 6 days to make.
Unless it's too hard, I might be able to make it in 3. I haven't looked at it yet though, but I managed to save the RTF document.
The construction requirements are craft founder's item, dark vision, sea invisibility, death watch, and costs 3,000.
Okay, so that's free. So this is 8. No, this is 15, 20, 23. Increase the DC by 5, so that's 28. Taking 10 with my skill is 22. I have assistance, which give me 26. Yeah, I can do it in 3 days. Just barely.
You work hard for 3 days.
I'm very thankful.
But yeah, I posted the document in the RPG discussion.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize how people feel when they buy the latest book from G.R.R. Martin. It's like 1,200 pages. I feel like I got the same.
Well, what I basically did was just copy paste because I need to see, okay, what do I need to start with? And there's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll be putting it into Hero Lab between sessions.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I have any chance to make it do anything this month anyway. But yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I can see some of it takes like 24 days.
Yeah. You don't have to be there for the full time. You just have to say like, okay, I'm ordering this to be built, and then you wait those days, and then you pay.
Yeah, well, the grotto is 30 days.
Yeah, I picked the grotto because it's to represent a mine. And all of this I'm placing a bit to the north of West Crown in the beginning of the hills. I imagine I can find a good spot where I can basically set it up, have a quarry that will later turn into a mine.
you have so many bases spread around.
Yes. But it's good
Well,
to have them spread around.
the party has. Like you have this hunting lodge, and then you have the inn, and now you will have this mine.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of it's the beginnings of like a fort, to be honest, because there are so many rooms in this place.
I am Negan.
Yeah, I can see that it looks pretty big.
Yeah. It's basically a place where Heron will be able to do everything he needs to be done. And also a place where he can... It's like a control center, basically, combined with a massive forge, research area, what have you. But yeah, that's what I do.
But yeah, after that month, someone receives some news if he wants to.
Oh yes, so I will call on everyone. I guess at the hunting lodge, because that's the most central place we have. Telling them that I have some important news.
Go on.
Yes. Apparently, one of my sources managed to find that the House Froon is up to a bit of no good. Apparently, they received a letter from someone only known as the Cursed, who gave a promise that in return for a few resources he would be able to destroy the Andorran navy, which would give Cheliax a swift win in the upcoming war. And this sounds like some very troubling news indeed. I know where it is, and well, I want to hear your thoughts on the subject because I think it might be a good idea to actually stop this man.
Well, I. What are we looking for the consequences if we don't?
Hmm?
What would happen realistically? I don't know about war in the grander scheme. Really,
Well,
anything. If they win the war,
then Andoria would become part of Cheliax. I know that to most of you this sounds like how should I put this? Not in your league, or perhaps not your problem, but it troubles me, to say the least. As you know, I'm not a very big fan of the Froons, and I'm worried what it might entail if they are granted even more power and dominion.
do we know who we would be interrupting exactly? Who would we be going against?
Well, I imagine that in the location that I have, which is at Chimers Cove near Ostenso, we would find this individual known as the Cursed.
It's a long way from home. Well, home. But yes,
Yeah, I know I'm not making the most compelling argument, but think of it as me asking you if you'd like to step out of your way a little bit.
I'll I will ask more what she thinks, what my home thinks,
Might
because
be
I
prudent.
yes, because if they haven't made any promises, I can't come. But I'll see about that. What do the others think?
I think I need to find my head assistant and tell him I'm not going to be in the lab for a few days.
Of course, Master Willem. Master Willem. You will not be in the lab for a few days. That is good. That is good. We shall make sure everything goes as planned.
Yes, yes. Remember, you gotta keep the layers separate. Goes ice potion, salt, cream.
Yes, yes, you have taught us well. We know everything to do. We are not incompetent.
I'm so convinced.
Like, we come back and it's just like, guys, who dropped an asteroid on West Ground?
That will solve many of our problems.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
that's
asteroid is
also-
made out of ice cream.
That's another good reason to have it a little bit outside of town. I won't be near Willip.
It'll be like a Raccoon City incident. The mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be in the door to get in. There has to be like a Resident Evil style puzzle. You have to like move a horse statue. Place 3 gem pendants. For some reason, one's like in the hayloft. Okay, I'm being silly.
I lost my train of thought a while ago.
Yes. Well, Faircat. I know this is not really your cup of tea.
Hmm. I suppose I could take some time. Tag along.
What about you, Katla?
Well, the way I see it is my gut told me to be here. So yes,
Well, we will be thwarting one of the most evil houses in all of Galarian.
that does sound like something that I would like to do. Very much, actually.
Good. Good, good.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna ask first Mo if she knows that if this is gonna cause problems with the guild, well, guild, whatever it's called.
From what I understand, it will cause problem if the war ends fast, because it will be best for us if it is prolonged as much as possible.
True.
So we find this cursed person and we offer him more money.
I don't think we have enough money to do that.
So we find this cursed person and we kill him.
I think that is more realistic.
Finally.
A simple plan.
But Heron, how many days did you have left?
Before just the free time. I think I have 2.
Yeah. How many potions of cure light wounds could you make? No, not potions. Wands of cure light wounds. If you had like someone with cure light wounds to help out.
I could make. See, it's 1-1, so it's just 750. So I could make 1 wand a day at full charges.
Yeah, because then maybe Chris would buy 3 of those for the cost of 1.5 in the dusk market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
More healing options.
yeah, well, I can only make 1 a day because of how the rules are written, even if it's less than 1,000.
Ah,
So-
okay.
Yeah, so only 2. But you would get 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, it basically works that way with all magic items.
Pretty much. I still haven't made myself any magic items, I should point out.
Well, you're the workhorse,
Oh,
the one that makes stuff for them.
I was all set to just spend all my money on it. I'm not first. Self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of cheap with that orphanage. I mean, put 300 gold pieces and it can probably run for like the next 5 years or something like that. It's the magic prices that are super inflated. It's just crazy.
What's that in plan?
30.
Then I'll double it.
But I'm seriously having my lab's first thing be ice cream. Like a very large batch of ice cream.
Yeah, I'm in your like, I'm like 3rd in a row for the people who taste it. So I will first inspect if the first 2 die, and then I will have it actually how does it taste.
It's at that point that I realizes that the other taste testers were not Kitsune, and the one that you made was a super deadly poison only to Kitsune.
Oh no.
Anyway, since people seem to be on board with my little plan, I guess I will be... let's see here. I know we have some time before... like... We have some time to get there, basically. So, I'm thinking both places being port cities. We could probably just take a seagoing vessel and be there in like a few, maybe 2 weeks.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm back in my fighting leathers.
I've never been on a ship before.
It's fun. Provided that you aren't there for like a month.
I will talk about the little tiny boats that we were on the river, but like talk about them like they're huge. About all my great sailing experience. Drifting aimlessly down a river.
Well, you're probably the one in the group with the most sailing experience. Oh wait, Tadao actually came here by ship, so
Yeah.
I probably don't believe Willem
I don't
when
blame you.
when he says he's a great sailor.
he's probably more of a swimmer.
Which, if you're a bad sailor, is more important.
True.
Okay. I'm just looking up what the cost would be to actually get us there.
Is it a couple of weeks?
Well, I suggest a 5-minute break. I need to go pee.
Yeah, I need to make a cup of coffee because I'm starting to get.
As you said, a couple of weeks for the.
I imagine that distance would be covered in like maybe 2 weeks.
Hmm,
I don't know the actual mileage though, which is the important part.
yeah. What? My picture in animals and transport. Okay. Um. What kind of ship would we actually be using to get there?
I'm going to guess we.
Is the keel boat or a long ship?
Hopefully a keel boat, because long ships only really have the top deck.
Yeah.
We do
Oh.
need the mileage, to be honest. Actually, let me see if is there a scale on this.
But we could probably go for galley.
Hmm.
It's about the same cost to ferry.
A galley for each person.
Your own galley.
I don't think there's that many ships.
I mean, that's only if we're taking Vilap's entire tribe with us, which I presume we're not.
No, they're staying back. They're collecting herbs and magical things and making probably the world's largest batch of ice cream.
Nice.
Anyway, BRB.
Yeah.
I need to smoke.
Okay, so it's roughly 600 miles. If it's direct route, so I'd probably say 650. So it would be 65 gold pieces each.
What? No one would stab anyone for a raisin. Raisins are evil.
I'd stab somebody for a raisin. Got a raisin?
Yeah.
They're just humiliated grapes.
I mean, grapes are good, but raisins are good as well.
With pay for the boat, do you mean for the boat trip, or do you actually want to buy it?
The trip. The 450.
Oh, 350, 390.
Yeah,
390.
That's-
for instant teleportation, which is also an option.
Well, I have no money for anything. And also, I'm now a godmother.
What?
In real life?
In real life.
Congratulations.
I mean, well, technically, I'm still not. Actually, I've never be officially because I'm not part of the church. But yay! A gooey baby was born.
Yeah, how do people get such strange ideas to create little people? They're terrible and they cry and they whine and they pee and they poop.
They're like,
They're really fun to make.
I do all of those things.
I mean, kids are fun if if it's not yours, or if you don't
Exactly.
have to live with it.
If you get
Like-
to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah, especially like I'm fine with like some kids are trying to be like, hey, do you wanna throw a ball or something?
This is
I was
why
like,
I'm a
"Yes, sir."
godmother, not a mother.
Yeah, and then but then when it comes to my siblings, I'm just like, no, fuck off. It's my room. I know I'm not gonna play with you. Yeah, I know I played with you last time 3 years ago. Go get friends. You're 5th grade for fuck's sake.
You're so mean.
Fun fact, the baby was born on her dad's birthday.
Well, at least
Nice.
you'll have an easy time of remembering them.
Yeah, my my little brother. Yeah, my little brother is born on my stepdad's name day.
Inebeck.
Welcome back. We came to a conclusion that it is 390 gold piece to get us all there, versus 450 for instant teleportation. Well, Pia came to that conclusion.
Right. Well,
And Willap is apparently already handing money to random sailors. Like, both. Both.
well, since we have the time, I think it's better anyway.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Also, the kids are off limits.
What?
Unless you want an arrow to the knee.
But they're already used as a messenger service. And I'm gonna provide them free medical care.
I already have like, I think, how many do I have? I already have like 10 messengers. So
Okay, fine. I won't provide free medical care to the orphans.
No, I'll do that. they get that anyway.
But yeah,
Yes. So wait, ship or teleportation?
I think Willip, since he already paid for the boat, we're going boat.
Okay. On a boat.
Even though you should never get on the boat.
This is kind of exciting.
I mean, I haven't been on a ship before.
Seriously.
Nope.
But
Yeah.
was that seriously no, or like you haven't been on a boat before actually?
I haven't been on a boat before.
I'm bunking with my gecko.
Well, I haven't been on a ship before. I've been on boats before.
Well, yeah, obviously, because that's the only way to get around in Westground, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a boat, but it waves less. Waves? I can words.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can words, but the words don't mean anything.
Overrated are words.
Ship is like a very big boat. That's basically it.
Um, well, you start on your journey then.
I will also, by the way, be leaving. I think about 200 gold with Headmaster Posthumus Fenius Etherius.
That was a fancy name.
Yes, he is the manager of my organization.
Yeah, you have gotten passage aboard a ship called the Golden Seagull. It's a galley. So it's a pretty fast ship. And the captain is called Saras.
I would like to spend my time learning salty sea shanties from sailors.
I would like to make a fortitude save to see if I get sick.
Oh yeah, all of you actually make that.
Great.
And I roll a 4.
I'm fine. So Shadow.
I turn a different color.
Is it yellow?
Bright
Or
yellow.
sickly green.
Well, the DC is 10, so yeah. Willem is the only one who's hanging over the railing and is a different color. He is feeling terrible on this first day of travel.
Why did I pay so much money for this?
I'm very fascinated by the color change.
You also find out that this ship actually stops in Remesiana before going to Ostenso.
My internet died.
Oh, well, then you need to roll a fortitude.
Yeah, I was just about to do that. And then it's like internet. No.
Can I make Philip some sort of herbal seasickness remedy?
I think I've got a spell. Yeah.
Do you have any alchemy?
No, but I'm a herbalist, which is why it's like herbs. Basically,
Um,
giving him tea.
Yeah. She has the
Yeah, you
profession
can.
of herbalist.
Yes, I am a
You can do
professional
a.
herbalist.
Don't worry, I'll cast remove.
Well,
Sickness.
Tadao is not sick either. But yeah, you can make some herbal. Do you have some remove sickness, Shaka?
Yep.
Wow, I feel
Well-
so much better. I could go for some tea. Oh my god, this is the best tea.
Yes, it is. It's really good tea.
Well, a couple of hours later, give me another one. Oh, all of the tea that you just drank, you start buffing it up.
It tastes just
and
as
then
good.
the sickness-
Oh no.
Well, the first day pass, and the second one give me fortitude.
Everyone?
Yes.
Are we gonna have to do this every day?
Well, the DC is
Oh,
now 9.
Well,
I-
Faircat still failed.
Yeah, this day it's Farkas who's puking his guts.
I
Well,
think
I
I've
wasn't
already
tea,
found
though.
my seedlings.
Time for some tea. It's not as good as yesterday. I used all the good leaves.
Well, eventually he'll start again and we'll cast it again. And the third day, it's quiet weather. You don't move specifically fast, so none of you really get sick. The fourth day, it's rather windy. And give me this is DC 12.
Oh no. Oh god. Another 4.
I like how every time someone rolls a 1, or I don't know, 2 people roll a 1.
Yeah, well, a few of the sailors are actually also looking rather green. But yeah, Faircath and Heron and Willop, you are all feeling sick.
this is another day, right?
We're just passing
Yeah.
around a puke bucket.
I better
But
s-
I have good
cast that
tea
3
again.
times.
But Katla presents tea to you, and that helps a lot. The next day, you see a large city, Remesiana, and you are told that you will be staying here a day, where they will unload and load new crates.
Very well.
Do we still sleep in the boat? I mean ship? Or
Nope.
do
We hit the
Very
town.
Affirmative. No.
We've been sick enough.
I'm gonna turn into Fox, climb on top of the mast, sleep there, like a relatively safe place where I'm not gonna die for rolling over.
it would probably be easier to first climb and then turn into a fox.
This is true. I will do this. And
I mean,
Uh,
these are nimble creatures, but the masts are tall.
yeah,
Is there any possibility that it being a port town that we can find some basic like, well, what is it that you use for seasickness? It's like
Dramamine?
what was that though?
Dramamine? It's what you
I mean,
use.
Yeah, but like some, I don't know, potion or something.
Honestly,
think
the
they're-
best thing to settle the stomach would be marijuana.
Yeah, I just remember that isn't there like in D&D/Valerian like a thing you smoke and it alleviates
Yes, it's actually.
seasickness?
I think it's in actually noted in the good one. Let me find.
I would probably know about this.
I get a giant bag of weed
You might.
and whatever there is for like street kebabs.
Street meats. Made from genuine rat.
Rat, cat.
Well, it's not really a problem getting some of the local kebabs.
Shadow growls.
I definitely buy Shadow too.
Sniffs it, making sure it's not cat.
I will snoop around, see if I can find any of that smoke leaf. Considering Heron is a smoker.
Was it cat? In the kebab.
No, that's not cat in the kebab.
The shadow eats it.
I actually think it's still got.
Is there fox in the kebab?
No.
I mean it.
Is there Gripply in the kebab?
No, there's lamb in the kebab.
Okay. It'd just be funny if you were like, yes.
No, I was expecting yes to the question when cat Larry Heron goes, is there human on the kebab?
Well,
Shadow's had human before. He's not bothered about human.
Tadao would be like, this is weird. No, okay.
But yeah, you can get a good amount of still got if you want that.
Yeah.
50 gold pieces.
I want a brick of it.
I will try to haggle.
Well, of course.
Wow, I rolled a 2.
That 5 platinum.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you haggled back and forth, and somehow you realized afterwards, hey, we started at 50. Why did I pay 55?
Nah, I was like, he was being annoying, I'm thinking. Okay, well, doesn't matter too much, because for once I actually have money. Even after that giant purchase I just did.
Well, I assume that this will be the entire party that pays it.
Oh, I'll pay for it. It's fine.
Katla is like, are you people rich?
I mean, I guess,
Yes.
but like,
That was
you're not used. Okay,
that
so
was literally all the money my father gave me.
No, I'm rich again.
yeah, so Here's the situation. I kind of look at the others. Should we tell her
I do have fancy armor. Though.
about the incident with the monarch?
You mean when we became filthy rich?
Yeah,
No, I don't think we should tell her.
we got really lucky.
I pass her off 100 platinum. Just as if it was nothing.
Yep, also, these two do not understand money at all.
I don't know what you
Yeah,
mean. I invested wisely.
He understands money, not correctly. Well, okay, he doesn't understand money in correct amounts.
You're digging a very deep hole for yourself.
I know.
I don't know where this is coming from. I paid for highly skilled laborers. Now they have like more money than they could possibly ever want. And I'm making a profit.
I think you might want to have a word with the keeper.
I gave up trying to understand all of that about right in the beginning.
That's usually the best place.
In any case, you got 100 platinum.
Just like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he handed you 100 platinum.
Yeah. Don't spend it all at once.
I
Yeah,
can't
this is when she
possibly
sheds
say-
her Spartan lifestyle and immediately goes out and buys all of the expensive things.
Say, I will buy one magic item. So there's actually, you can get a specific ring with that, I think.
But yeah. We continue on our travels, I'm assuming.
Well, actually, kind sirs and kind ladies.
I stabbed them.
Yeah, I look around confused that ladies wasn't plural.
What?
Well, you see a young man, young boy, maybe 13, 14. Do you need a place to stay for the night?
I really want to mug this person.
Well, it would be nice not staying on the ship, I would imagine.
Because I know a good place.
I wanted
Tell me
check his
more.
It's called the Green Hydra.
Oh, yeah. That's a great name. And I would like to sense his motives, please. He doesn't happen to
I believe him. He's a kid.
be a worshipper of Asmodeus. Does he? Because just in case he is, that's +2 to that.
Well, all of you actually have the impression that he's speaking truthfully.
Hmm.
I still want his kidneys.
Why would someone name a place with such a horrible creature?
Maybe
Because
the
it's
tavern keeps laid a green hydra at some point?
Maybe they have like green drinks you can drink.
Yeah,
Maybe they just like the idea of a hydra in Legends.
Ooh,
everyone
maybe the
knows that
barkeep is a hydra.
But
Everyone knows that old tavern keeps are all former adventurers.
True.
Well, I actually know why it's named that.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Because the tavern keeper first he made one in and it failed, and then another and it failed. but he just kept coming back and back and back, like a hydra. And now he has 7 inch spread out around several cities.
If
If-
one burns down, do
Yeah,
three
yeah,
appear
if-
in its place?
I was just about to ask if we accidentally blow this one up, do we have to build 2 more?
No. Fire stops the regrowth.
Yeah. So, well, it's, does explosion count as fire in this case, though?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
usually causes some fires or follows some fires.
Anyway, why not? Lead on, fella.
He leads you over to a nice looking inn.
Are all the inns called the Green Hydra?
Well, all of the owners' inns are called the Hydra, but each is a different color.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, he's
Uh,
run out of the rainbow now.
If I remember correctly, the one in Lake Castell is the Black Hydra, and the one in Ostenso is the blue.
Do you work for the owner?
Work and work. I mean, for everyone I get to go there, I get a few copper. That's how I make my money.
It's a nice little way of earning, wouldn't you say?
I'm glad that I can make some money at least. Then I might actually get a meal tonight.
Nice.
I
Yes.
immediately look at Bearcat. I know he's reaching for his money pouch.
Oh yeah.
I'm also doing that.
What happened? I wasn't paying attention.
Good. Very good. You're not breaking this place's economy by making random street kids like super rich.
I am though.
Yeah.
I'm giving that kid
100 platinum.
one platinum.
Jesus.
He's staring at it with wide eyes and was like, oh. But you truly are a goddess amongst mortals.
Oh no! Don't say such things. That's nonsensical.
Your kindness is legendary.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you.
I give the kid basic advice on how to not get robbed.
yeah. Tell no one you have this.
And
Actually,
break it
yeah.
down to copper pieces and silver pieces as soon as you can.
yeah.
The first person he tries to change that in is gonna take it from him.
Actually, I give him a bag of 10 gold pieces and a dagger.
Yeah, I like how you're going around like
Bearcat, parenting
pickpocket
101.
101. Yes. Pickpocket. My first pickpocket kit.
Here you are, 10 gold pieces and a dagger to defend yourself.
I just pat the kid on the head while he's standing there stunned and walk in.
Yeah, well, you walk in, it's actually a pretty nice looking inn. You can see that there seems to be a handful of patrons that seems to be eating their evening dinner.
Do I see the proprietor or a wench?
A man walks up to you. Welcome. You need a table?
Yes, and I would also require 6 feather beds, if at all possible.
Oh yes, of course. Well, let's find you a table first.
Yep, I follow him. I'm guessing he leads.
Yeah, he leads you over to a table, and then he grabs another table and shoves it together, so there's room for 6. Um, is there a meal that you want, like the day's special, or
I
do
asked
you
for
have
the
any-
menu.
Does
we-
the day's special include frog, fox, or cat?
No, we
Good, I
don't
will
eat
have
that here.
Good, I will have one of those.
I will also have one of these specials.
Very well, and the rest of you?
Yeah, why not? And a couple of good stouts.
Oh yeah, you look like a man who needs one of those.
Or a few.
Yeah, he walks to the counter, and there's an older woman who stands there, who takes the orders and writes them down.
I'm not certain, but that sounded vaguely like an insult.
Or a compliment, depending on how you look at it.
Oh,
Took it as one.
Philip's gonna take his pipe out and start packing it with some of those herbs that Heron got.
Yeah. It's not the Stilgut wasn't an herb, it's a potion, but I'm imagining his intimate knowledge of pretty much all crafts.
Well, I could sprinkle it over the top of some tobacco.
Yeah, he's basically taken some tobacco and mixed it in the correct ratios so that you get
A nice
get
coating.
some effect. Yeah, it's like a nice little bonus, basically.
What's funny is that's another form of marijuana you can buy.
Yep.
Well, about a minute or a minute and a half later, he returns carrying your stout and other drinks. It's surprisingly cold.
I would like to inspect their refrigeration unit,
I just drink water.
and I will ask him if that would be possible. It's very fascinating to me.
I just create water for Shadow and myself.
No, I'm sorry, that is private.
I'd like to detect poison.
I will pay them 20 gold if they show me.
I will ask the madam.
Half the group super suspicious, the other half doesn't give two shits.
Yeah.
Well, anyone, someone got stout at least. All of those with some alcoholic beverages that will detect as poison.
Well, that's unsurprising.
Yeah, I ordered a virgin strawberry daiquiri.
I'm also checking the food. Is the food there yet?
The food is not there yet.
Well, then I'll wait.
And I swear to God, if they bring me a daiquiri, I'm gonna burn this
Well,
place to
you
the
get-
ground.
You get something that tastes like strawberry. They are not familiar with whatever daiquiri is. So it's basically just a fruity spirit.
I will definitely go into their kitchen and show their cook how to make a daiquiri if they have ice. Free of
as
charge.
As you get up and walk over towards the kitchen, the older woman stops you. Where are you going?
I wanted to show your servers how to make a strawberry daiquiri. And I won't charge for this. And here is 20 gold. You can just have that.
Well, I'm sorry, I cannot let you go into the back room. It's our policy to not allow anyone to go.
You're
Am I
very
overhearing
strange.
this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a look at the others. Like, not even for 20 gold.
I am going to use a class feature.
I'm gonna use a race feature. Fox.
I am going to spend a point of my arcane pool to activate sea magic.
And I'm going to use my awesome detective skills and sense the motives of this lady. She probably just wants to protect some trade secrets.
You rolled a 3 and still got a 19.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
it's a
What?
21 if she happens to be a follower of Asmodeus.
Well, she's not telling the entire truth, at least. That's what Katla knows. Farkath, you are not entirely sure. That doesn't really seem to be any magic going on, except for whatever you guys are carrying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside, pop into my fox form, and try to find an open window on the back, or even a window, which I can try and squeeze through. Because, well,
I will double my offer to 40 gold.
Um,
But I'm like, this is as much as I'm ever gonna offer.
well, as tempting as it is, it's still policy.
Wow, they paid this lady a lot of money.
Either
And
that's
I
a
walk
really
away.
honorable lady, or there's something weird in the kitchen.
I think there's two things here.
yeah. Do I like find any hole I can squeeze through as a minuscule creature?
Um, well, yeah, you can get in because you can shrink.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do I see in the kitchen?
Well, the first thing you see is that there seems to be some sort of rather large creature. Um, it has multiple heads, and it seems to have like rings around each head that ties it down to the ground, and then each leg is also tied down with these rings. Yeah, it basically looks like,
Hmm?
and yeah, it's blue and white.
Okay, what does it look like?
Uh, it kind of looks like some sort of a big lizard with 4 legs, and then it has 7 uh, heads.
Does it like look considerably a lot like the banner outside of the tavern? Because of every single tavern has a banner.
Yeah, except this is blue and white instead of green.
Okay, I will push back out and just walk into the back into the table, sit down, take a long
And-
drink.
Well, you notice one of the workers will walk over to it and will put down some barrel, and then he will bob it on the head, and it breathes out what kind of looks like very cold air. And you can see the cold crystals form around this barrel.
Son of a bitch.
I want to have Tadao tell me about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the you know, back to the table, take a long drink. Well, I found out why they call it, why it's actually named the the green hydra. So the hydra isn't green.
What?
You don't say. I'm
Yeah.
actually not surprised that they have a Hydra. I'm surprised it isn't green.
Guys, what are the mostly heron? What are the legalities of keeping a hydra as a pet and as a refrigerating unit?
Are you sure they
Well-
kept it as a pet? Pets are usually well loved and
That is true.
Well, hydras
Can you
are
slay it?
notoriously known for being temperamental creatures. Are you telling me that
Yes, there's a hydra in the kitchen.
right?
And I will hold Bill up. No. Don't.
I am gonna give Faircath a conspiratorial look.
I nod.
Shrug.
Draw a bow.
I immediately just
Whoa! That
cloak
is
and
not
pull
what
him
I.
down.
Faircath, not inside.
I was thinking a little more subtle.
Really?
is this what
Yes.
we do?
This is what they do. Well, he mostly. And then
Well,
there's this one.
first we're gonna need a crate as big as the Hydra, because we need to safely get it at least to the docks.
I don't know what you think you're planning, but
Ah.
if they have somehow managed to bind a hydra, I wouldn't go about messing with it. Even if it might be a bit cruel, if you try to release it, it is going to be way worse for the city.
I'm actually more concerned about the employees here.
They seem to be very comfortable with the hydra.
Yes, the ones that are still there and living. But should we maybe ask someone if how many employees they lose in a
A day.
year?
I'm going up to the lady.
Well, your food is on the way still.
Why are you keeping a Hydra in the back?
I'm slowly drumming my fingers on the table.
She looks
face
taken
palming.
aback by hearing that question and it's like, a Hydra in the back? What are you talking about? Where would you get such ridiculous ideas?
I can see through the wall. I'm literally staring at it right now. And I'm just pointing my eyes through the door.
Bluff check. Bluff check.
I will then just like get up, just give up with the thing and just showing.
Oh dear.
I mean, why is it blue? Why not name the place the Blue Hydra? And I'm hoping that the details to Dow fed me were true.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it.
Because I don't feel like I'm bluffing.
Well, I mean, you
Uh,
said that you can see through, so.
Well, your drinks is on the house. I would like for you to leave this establishment now.
And this is when we realized that the Tao is actually colorblind.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Well, can we take the hydra? But we can leave the drinks if we can get the hydra.
Bah.
Do we want the Hydra?
Still
like
chained up though.
I transform into frickin' Eidolon.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I
Since
see
it-
you trying to do it. No.
It takes
guys,
me a
we're
minute,
in
so
an
you.
inn.
Okay. Let's go right now.
Yeah.
Let's just. I'm gonna sleep on the boat.
I notice you. I just like grab you from the head and move you to the other side. No. Push you out. I'll bring your drink.
I am going to down my drink. Sigh deeply. And just give an apologetic look towards the lady.
I give it the worst stinking look. Big shadow
I
that's
just-
be growling.
I just look at
Intensity.
everyone confusedly.
Yeah, I start ushering Cat with me. Come on. It's better we don't.
I'm slightly confused. Why was I told to come here to you?
I don't know, because God.
You seem like very strange people.
You.
Heron feigns being hurt.
That's it. I kind of like. I point towards the others in the group. I'm like, you're accompanied by a dude who is massive, to be put it blunt, a walking bipedal frog, a massive panther.
It's very
And a
cute, by the
kitsune.
way.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Oh, and a very obvious wizard with a very...
Oh yes, yes, with a crown. Weird is our natural state.
Well, yours maybe. I try to keep a little bit of decor.
Well, I meant it as a group. I try and blend in. That's why I'm not. Why I'm
Yes,
human
that
most
is
of the
why.
time.
That is why you're wearing blazing red.
Well, yeah, but at least I don't have a tail.
I'm sorry,
That is racist.
But it was raised against me. I can't be raised against myself.
but I'm currently holding my own tail. Awkwardly.
I didn't mean like that. Sorry,
Okay.
not your. And like you're, like, it's just Jelliacs. People like you are like, they're common, but I think they're more common than normal. I'd guess, because like they.
Yeah, there's actually many tieflings in Cheliax compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah,
Although they seem to be favored as slaves rather than free folk.
well, yeah. I'm not blue.
Da-ba-dee-da-da-da.
No one is blue anymore.
Except for a freaking Hydra. Chained up.
What do you want to do about it? They have a pet.
In the middle of the night, we're gonna break in and we're gonna steal it.
And Deft Hydra.
How? I can't find it.
It's a fucking Hydra, dude.
We'll get just a really nice crate.
Who needs a crate? Just let it free.
No,
And
It's too
ruin the
dangerous.
city?
It's too dangerous to be left free so close to so many people.
how do you think? The
I don't think it's that
people-
dangerous because people work with it.
But because it's bound to the wall and the ground, can't move. That's why it's not dangerous.
I'm ashamed to even suggest this, but would killing it be a mercy?
It might be,
Yeah, probably.
but I don't know. It feels cruel.
As opposed to being forced to be an ice bucket.
Fine.
It should be forced to be an ice cream machine.
I slap.
I bet. Yeah. I like how we're a simultaneous slap, but to the opposite directions probably.
Oh, don't squish him!
Alright.
I'd like to possibly find an employee, not the very tough lady at the front desk, but someone a little less.
Well paid.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose they're all rather well paid.
Yeah. I mean,
They would have to be.
you.
Yeah. Heron is like holding his one of his tomes currently, and he's scanning through it pretty rapidly.
I
could
bought
also
everybody kebabs on the way back.
We could just like go to the lady and be like, hey, we know about this. We can tell people about this. We can seriously fuck you over for this.
No. We don't. Heron looks up from his book. If we're going to do something about this, well, they are already going to suspect that it is us, but we don't have to do it openly. Now, here. He points to a page in his book. How about we go with probably Willip and Fairclough was already planning to do, even if I said no. And I will speak to it. Convince it that freedom in the forest up north is better.
I don't think it needs much convincing.
Convincing is we're not convincing it out of the inn. We are convincing it away from the town.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Convincing it not to take its revenge when we release it.
Maybe like 5 years in the future when we're away from here.
Or maybe we could just give it the lady.
I'd be fine with this actually.
No.
She was kind of an asshole.
I don't think the lady is the one who captured it.
I bet
mean-
she'd still used it.
Yeah.
Technically, so did we.
I didn't. I sipped my water skin.
I'm still drinking my whatever I ordered. It's pretty good.
I'm drinking my undaiquiri.
Well, she was. You were actually told to leave. I expected you did at that point.
Yeah.
But those two actually brought their drinks with them.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
because we were just like handed and it was like, here's your drink
Roll
on the
a
house.
glass.
No, sure, Shell ain't returning it. Fuck it, I'm marking it on my inventory. Just because. She's not getting it back.
I bet you the glass costs less than 20 gold.
Yeah, exactly. It's mine now.
So, well, what do you think? Because I already know you two are probably gonna do it anyway, so let's do this properly.
So we're
Sure.
breaking in during the night.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, but
So-
before we release it, I need to take some samples. Some
That's
non-lethal samples.
I will conjure you a bloody ice elemental if it has to come to that.
You can do that?
Yes.
I can do a small one if you need to.
I could use you in the lab.
I will bind it to you permanently.
Nice. Could you
Yeah.
bind it to the lab? Like a specific piece of equipment?
That might actually be a bit more annoying than you think.
It would be very cold in the lab then, I guess.
Well, I don't mean directly into it, but so that it's bound to the location of that object. Not so much that it's ingrained in the very material.
It depends on what type of contract I manage to get with it, but I'm sure we can work something out. Anyway, that's not the point at the moment. I suggest we probably try and go get a nap if we're going to be up all night.
In the ship?
Yes. I wouldn't want to impose ourselves on a tavern keep at the very moment.
I find my gecko and curl up with it.
I have to say, breaking and entering is not what I thought I'd be doing when I
Get used to it.
got a mission from a god.
Yeah. Your god had a bad selection of people she gives powers.
Look at this way. Minor evil for greater good.
Someone once said the gods work in mysterious ways.
Yes, and I think that guy got hung.
That's
There's no need to be vulgar.
unfortunate.
So let me get this right. You go back and rest and plan for some action be taken during the night.
Yep.
Well, you rest, and that's where I will end this session. Because apparently I need to do more than just put a Hydra, because you want to free it.
Of course we want.
Did
Well-
you forget that we have a Fairgath?
And a Willop.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
was literally talking about making ice cream, and you provided me with a magical creature that chills stuff.
Did you
Oh,
want to
so-
hire the Hydra?
So Willop
I was
doesn't really
planning
want
on
to free it. He wanted to claim it for himself.
I was planning on treating it humanely, but if they really want to free it, then I'm just gonna, like, take some samples from its freezy glands.
Oh god.
Yeah. I...
Things
Like
can change,
a
get
swab. A big cotton swab.
I forgot to write it up, but it took us 6 days to get here, right?
5.
5.
Yeah, it'll take maybe 7 or 8 days to get from Remisiana to Ostenso.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep track of what my organization is doing back home. Because if I'm not mistaken, it can actually now start earning stuff at a proper rate.
Jesus Christ with you guys, people. Seriously.
I wasn't thinking that Faircath was gonna flip out so fast.
It's Fairgath!
Yeah.
Apparently, a conspiratorial look means a lot more than I think it does.
Faircap is basically an animal rights activist
Yeah.
and also a human rights activist.
Rights activist in general.
Yes, he's a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Except
That's a
no,
nasty word.
Social justice warriors don't actually do shit.
Well, yeah,
That's a very good point, actually.
Yeah,
just
but
generally a justice warrior.
Yeah.
he's a fantasy social justice warrior with mythic tears.
Oh no, that's probably actually one of the most horrifying things you can ever imagine.
You know, see, if they had just showed me it, I would have offered them a contract to chill stuff for me, and none of this would have had to happen.
Well, you do know that a Hydra has about as much intelligence as a random snake.
Okay,
Yeah.
we just need to keep it fed. Keep it fed, and it will stay docile.
Which is why it's going to be interesting when I speak to it.
Which is exactly why we cut the innkeeper into small pieces and feed it to the Hydra slowly.
No, that's just you.
I'm pretty sure Fergath and Willapa agree with me.
I don't know about
Not
cutting it
opposed.
into pieces. That doesn't seem like something I'd want to do.
Lasts longer. Because if you just throw the entire person, it's just like, oh, I ate this, now let's go kill a village. But if you
Nah, I think
slowly-
if you give it a whole person, it won't need to eat for like an entire week. If it's a
okay, that's true.
reptile. I'm like thinking mouse to snake size, and then gauging it up for human to hydra. Although then I don't know if that means it has 3 stomachs.
Well, probably if you remove one stomach, it will have 3.
Hmm?
I'm assuming every body part works like the head.
Nope. Only the heads do.
Oh my
That's
god,
boring.
infinite kidneys.
Oh god. But just
But then you see somebody walking around with hydra kidneys
wait,
stuck
wait,
inside of them.
Actually, this means that like you could actually kill a Hydra by simply feeding it a shitload of like some like acid that tears its stomach apart if the body parts work like that, because it would just grow more stomach and it would end up that the Hydra is nothing but stomach.
No.
Would
See,
be-
you threw an infinity sign in there.
Actually, from what I understand, they have constant hunger. It's
Oh.
never sustained.
Oh no. Oh no. They can't be controlled.
They can, but I wouldn't recommend trying.
So
And
how about we just cut down the
yeah.
chains and run really fast?
the average Hydra consumes about half its weight, and it's a huge creature, each day.
So about 2,000 pounds of meat.
Yeah, well, that's what it can consume if it's allowed to do it.
Okay, so let's kill it, slaughter it, and eat it on our way to our next destination. Seems just about as humane without having a bunch of people get hurt.
I kinda know what I want to do with it if things go complete tits up. Because if we have to kill it, I want to harvest it, because then I can make a flesh crafting poison to give myself fast healing 5.
Yes, you're really fucked up.
Yes.
Like, I was just like planning on killing an asshole, like, and just feeding it to the Hydra slowly. Meanwhile, you're
Yeah,
like,
but it
I'm
might not
gonna
be
kill
enough.
The Hydra and,
Well, we
yeah,
could
but-
actually just can take the Hydra with us, and every time we need to like kill somebody and get rid of their body really quickly. Basically, every guard in between here and there.
Don't we have a bag in a chest for that?
Yeah.
How, can we transport the Hydra somehow?
Mm.
Guys,
You're pretty sure they won't allow you to have it on board the ship.
what if we like
I'm pretty sure I
Make a-
don't want to be on the
What if we
ship
have one of
with
those
the
velociraptor cages from the first Jurassic Park movie?
I'm pretty sure that no one, nowhere, anywhere, at any time will allow us to have a Hydra within 100 miles of their city.
what if we have a barge which has like 100 miles of rope? Just kind of pull it at our back.
Either way, I'm good with killing it or releasing it.
What?
I'm good with killing it or releasing it.
I want to kill it and use its heart in dark rituals. I
And
mean, for making ice cream.
Aaron wants to kill it and turn it into a salve. But
We
I
can
don't
split
think
the
he needs
parts.
the heart for that.
I would need.
And the liver for
I
pate.
think probably mostly it's blood for using in the poison, and it would probably cover a lot of the cost for it. But I would probably still have to pay out the nose for it, because permanent flesh crafting poisons are not cheap.
I'm not even sure I've heard of that.
It is a piezo crafting feat from, I believe. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I'll just.
Ah, I found flesh crafting poison.
Yeah.
Oh, well, to do it, you are going to need a shitload of money, man.
Yeah, what's the challenge rating? The Cryo Hydra.
8?
So it's 8 times 8 times 1,000.
So just a,
64,000.
just a
Yeah.
few little coins.
But that's the price, not the cost. So it would be half that for crafting.
Well, you'd also need a caster level.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for like you set the spellcasting level for stuff like if you want to take, for example, a spell-like ability. But for monster abilities that do not rely on spell levels, you can just set